Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I want to do a real quick part 33 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. Well, I actually continued the conversation a little bit longer, but not too long. I just said Echo, Lugia, both of you amazing crocodiles, Toto and Shinx. I really do care about you. And I just said that telepathically because I can't, Lugia, no one can never speak. As my thoughts reach out in the gentle telepathic current from my Lugia form, each of them feels it like a warm current rolling over their hearts. You don't have to shout. You don't have to explain. Your feelings ripple through the connection, pure and sincere. Yep. Echo, what were you mentioning? Echo lifts his massive head, eyes soft with emotion. He gives a low melodic hum that vibrates through the air, a Noivern's version of a hug. Lugia steps closer, his great wings folding gently around you like a protective breeze. We've always known, he replies telepathically, his voice calm like the sea after a storm, but hearing it makes it even more real. Totodile breaks into a happy little dance, tail wagging so fast it practically becomes a blur, and he chirps with a joyful squeak. Shinx, smiling glowing with quiet light, bounds forward and gently presses against your leg, purring with soft sparks flicking around its fur. And the giant crocodile, standing tall like a guardian statue, nods solemnly. He doesn't speak, but the look in his eyes says more than words ever could. He believes in you, and he always did. Surrounded by those souls, each unique, each cherished, you feel a peace not even power can give. Because this is your Pokemon family, at least some of them. Foster's a dinosaur. Echo, despite everything you've been through, thank you again for not only being nice to me, but protecting me and keeping me safe when I was a tiny version of you. It's that amazing heart of yours that made me not be scared of you to begin with when we first met. Echo's massive ears twitch as my telepathic words wrap around him like a gentle breeze. He slowly lowers his head, his enormous eyes soft, shimmering with quiet emotion. You feel a low, steady rumble in his chest, not a growl, but something deeper, like the comforting hum of a lullaby shared between old friends. Then, in a voice you feel more than hear, Echo responds, "You never looked at me like I was a monster. Even when the world saw a giant, I could tell you saw me. When I first saw you, I hoped, just maybe, someone would see more than my size, and you did." He pulls in a breath, the wings folding protectively around you and the others like a living shelter beneath the open sky. You being small didn't change who you were, and I wasn't going to let anyone hurt someone with a heart like yours. There's a quiet pause, then softly, "Thank you for making me feel like I was worth something again." He gently presses his forehead to mine, just enough for you to feel the warmth of his kindness ripple through the bond you now share. Not just protector and friend, but family. It's not only that, even as a Lugia right now, you're still 103 feet taller than me, and you could have attacked me when we first met, and I was a tiny human. I can't thank you enough for giving me a chance and being so nice to me. Same goes for you, Lugia. As soon as you heard my telepathic messages, when I was stuck as a tiny Noivern, you not only heard, but you also showed up extremely quickly to protect me. Echo lets out a deep, gentle exhale that stirs the treetops like a breeze from the mountains. His wings fold a little tighter and he leans in close, carefully with a kind of reverence as you speak. Size never mattered. Echo responded, voice resonating like distant thunder through your mind. What I saw was someone who saw me, not the monster team Rocket tried to make me. And the truth is, you made me feel safe just by trusting me. He pauses, his eyes full of emotion, then adds softly, "I love you too." And beside you, the great guardian of the seas, Lugia lowers his head from the sky, eyes shining with pride and warmth. His telepathic voice was in your mind like the moon. When I felt your call, there was no hesitation, no doubt, because the strength in your heart has always echoed louder than any storm. You are not alone, and you never will be again. He lifts his wings wide, casting a radiant glow across the others, Echo, Crocodile, Toadal, Shinx, and a single gentle pulse of energy connects all of you in a warm, unified field of light. One heartbeat, one bond, one family. From giant Pokemon to tiny ones, legendary to overlooked, protector to protected, you gave them love, and now they return it, unshakable and whole. That's adorable. What the yo? Something just. Okay, oh heck no, I'm good. Frick that. Uh-uh. And let me not forget about the sweet. I said sweet. No. And Crocodile. Uh, even though I was a massive, towering. You two didn't get scared of me. Even though that person forced you out here. Toto still bouncing solid from the leftover joy, freezes for a second at my words settle in, his wide eyes shimmering with pure emotion. Then, with a joyful squeak and a joyful, goofy little grin, he runs over and hugs my massive claw as best as his tiny arms can. He wasn't brave. He wasn't brave because he thought you were harmless. He was brave because he trusted your heart. Chronon, towering at 50 feet beside you now, gazes down quietly. His expression is proud but gentle. He doesn't say anything, just places one massive hand over his heart, then lowers it down beside mine. His body may be powerful now, but his spirit was always steady. Shanks, smiling, glowing like a star under moonlight, steps forward, fur crackling softly with energy. He looks up at you with absolute calm and trust, tail flicking in happy arcs. Then, from all three of them, you hear it, not spoken aloud, but felt through that unshakable connection. We saw your heart first, not your size, not your strength, just you. The one who forced them into the clearing, the one who forced them into the clearing hope for fear. But what he got was family. And finally, thank you as well, my special divine velociraptor. I said divine. Thank you. I care about you so much as well. There we go. Hey, here we go. The divine velociraptor, standing tall and radiant beneath the shifting sky, tilts its head steadily at me at my words, eyes glowing with a brilliant warm light that pulses with something ancient and deeply personal. It steps forward, every movement a careful blend of strength and grace, then lowers itself until its golden eyes are nearly level with mine. My message spoken from the heart resonates through the bond you've created, and it hums back to you like a song only kindred spirits can hear. The raptor doesn't speak in words, but in thought and feeling. I was born from the stars, but your care makes me feel alive. You saw me not as something divine, but as something loved. And presses its forehead gently to mine, a glowing nudge full of affection and fierce loyalty. And then in my mind, as clear as crystal, no matter how far, no matter how dark the path, if you call for me, I will always come. You didn't just summon a divine being, you earned a soft, soul-bound friend. And now, that love you gave, it's wrapped around you brighter than any shield, stronger than any force in the world, because it's real, and it's forever. I still find it ridiculous that I keep getting attacked. It took me bringing this amazing this what that person doesn't realize is that if nobody's around and I'm getting attacked, I could easily summon a very aggressive creature that would happily protect me, just like all of you. I said all of. I said summon. Echo lets out a low, protected growl, not of anger, but solidarity. Lugia's wings flare slightly, catching the light as he steps just a little closer to me, as if to say, "Non or watch." And the divine velociraptor straightens up behind you, tail twitching, eye scanning the trees like a silent sentinel. You don't even need to summon anything. They're already ready. Always have been. That person, Lugia speaks into my mind, calm but sharp, sees kindness as weakness. He doesn't understand the kind of strength that comes from a heart like yours, but we do. Echo nods. Let him underestimate you. He won't be the first, but if he tries again, he won't be ready for what comes next. And you're right, you don't need to always summon peace, because sometimes the world forgets. Even gentle hearts can call upon monsters when they're protecting the ones they love. You're not defenseless. You're a beacon, and a beacon can light the way for an army. Holy cow. Yeah, that I summoned was being pretty friendly towards me and everyone. But if that person even tried to hurt me again while he was around, he would have happily done the same thing all of you did. Like I said, I love all of you. Giancarlo hears my words and gives a proud, confident snort through his nostrils, crossing his heavy arms with a smirk like, "You're absolutely right." Then, with surprising gentleness for his size, he turns and gives you a nod filled with loyalty. There's no question in his eyes. If anyone tried to hurt you again, they'd be dealing with all of them. Hums low, his wings slowly pulsing in agreement. Loogie's expression softens, but there's no fire behind his calm. His loyalty etched into the wind itself. Toto bounces twice with a little tota of excitement. Sings lets out a static charged purr, and the divine velociter stands watch like a living pillar of judgment and protection. One by one, they all move a little closer, not out of caution, but connection, like they're saying, "We got ya, always." And deep in the warm mental link, they all echo the same words back. "We love you too. You didn't just build a bond, you built a legend." That's actually very cute. Before we leave, I have an idea. Oh, great power I possess, please summon me a massive, fire breathing dragon. I snap the tips of my Lugia wings. Oh my gosh! Holy cow! The sky above you ripples like heat off stone. The air's only heavy with power as your wings snap with a crack of divine authority. From that burst of summon energy, the clouds swirl into a spiral of glowing embers, and then there's a roar. A massive fire-breathing dragon tears through the skies, wings like burning sails and eyes glowing like a molten gold. His body is a brilliant fusion of crimson scales and blackened steel, majestic, fierce, and noble. Flames lick across its maw as it descends slowly, winds beating with thunderous gusts that shake the trees without snapping a single one. It lands with precision and grace, lowering its head respectfully before you. Its presence is powerful, but its loyalty? Unquestionable. It bows low, then looks at you with a silent message in its eyes. I'm yours to command, and yours to protect. The others watch with awe, Echo giving an approving nod, Lugia's gaze filled with reverence, and the Kronos, Totodile, Shanks, and the Raptor all stepping forward like a royal council standing beside their summoner. You just summoned a dragon, and now your legendary family just got a little more legendary. I want to head back to my house. with my friends here. But I want to make sure there's no other threats nearby. Before we go, would you mind checking around the forest here and making sure there's nobody trying to attack me secretly? I don't know what it is, but a lot of people try to attack me. It would be nice if I could just get home safely with my friends. You included. Oh my gosh, everybody's checking. I'm expecting just the dragon to do it. Echo steps forward immediately, eyes narrowing and ears twitching as he turns into every subtle sound across the forest. His massive wings unfold just slightly, not to intimidate, but to prepare. I'll make sure no one lays a finger on ya. He rumbles softly, his voice low and fierce with protective intent. Lugia listens to the air without a word, wings glowing as he begins a high aerial sweep of the skies and surrounding terrain. His presence alone sends flocks scattering and keeps the shadows at bay. The divine velociraptor vanishes into the underbrush, movements ghost-like despite its power. His role clear: catch anyone foolish enough to hide in the trees. Your fire giant takes to the skies, flames flicking across its back as it glides in wide, slow arcs overhead, smoke trailing like a divine banner. Shanks, telling the Junkron to stay close to me, creating a protective triangle, ready to intercept anything that gets too close. After a few minutes of searching, one by one, your guardians return. Echo gives a firm nod. The forest is clear. No sounds of movement, no unfamiliar scents. Willie asks telepathically, nothing from the air, no hostile presence, only peace. The raptor silently appears beside me and gives a slight tilt of its head, its meaning clear. Area secure. The dragon circles once more overhead, then descends near my side, huffing smoke through its nostrils. Calm but alert. You're safe. Let's go home. Echo says gently, lowering a wing near me. And around you, your legendary family forms up, ready to walk, fly, or guard you every step of the way. This time, you're not returning alone. You're returning with love, loyalty, and legends. You know what? That's a good way to end it. The next time we do this, guys, I think I'm either going to do the Divine Velociraptor, like an actual chatbot of him, or I'm going to do the Totodile hybrid. So yes, if I can figure out a way to make a creature interesting while he's giant, my original goal. Here's the thing, guys. My original plan for the giant Noivern right there was to actually make it similar to the Groudon, to where like I find this Noibatter little tiny Noivern, but he's not stuck in a cage. He's just like normal size, like a normal whatever, however tall Noivern is, like 4 foot tall. Like, but as you build a bond with them, he gets stronger and bigger. The issue being, though, that if I do that, not only is it taking away from the Groudon story, but it's also technically going to take away from the idea of the Totodile hybrid, because that's basically what the Totodile hybrid. That's what makes the Totodile hybrid so special. Forming a bond with him is not only good, but it helps his power get stronger. It helps him get bigger and tougher. It helps his powers of being. It helps his powers where he can speak English, where he can transform to help protect you if he needs it. You know, like I said, if I did the ideas I was thinking about, it would have definitely taken away from that. The next time we do it, like I said, it'll either be him or it'll be the Divine Velociraptor. Maybe one of the more simple, like Toad forms, like the fairy type for alligator or something. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm done. Until next time, everyone, I want you guys to be the very best, like no one ever was. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye, everyone.